Indian politicians have been using women's representation in politics as a political football for over 30 years now, and it's happening once again.
महिलाओं के साथ जो अपराध उन्होंने किया है, ये भारत देश की बेटियां उन्हें माफ नहीं करेगी.
India's opposition has voted down a law that was proposed by Narendra Modi and his Hindu nationalist BJP party. And that bill was supposed to reserve 33% of seats in parliament for women.
उनके सपनों को बेरहमी से कुचल दिया गया. हमारे भरसक प्रयास के बावजूद हम सफल नहीं हो पाए.
But did Modi actually give women's representation his best effort? The BJP has included a women's reservation bill in its political manifesto since 2014. But like governments before it, it hasn't passed the law even though it had majority governments twice. So why is it back right now? Well, that's because it isn't just about representation. It's also about politics. India is heading into big state-level elections in areas like West Bengal and Tamil Nadu, regions where the BJP has traditionally not done super well because of strong regional parties. So Modi's hope was that this bill would help get women to turn the electoral tide for his party. But opposition figures are accusing the BJP of using this bill as a kind of Trojan horse. And that's because they linked women's reservation with something called delimitation, or the redrawing of India's national parliamentary districts and seats. And that's controversial in many states, especially along India's periphery, where the Hindi language is not dominant. Many regional parties argue that delimitation could shift power away towards the Hindi heartland, which is more populous. And that would take away power from these peripheral states who have had a lot of success in reducing population size through social and economic programs. And then there's another issue. Delimitation depends on census data, but the last one was conducted in 2011. So this whole process could be reliant on really old data unless the new census is completed first. Even though this bill was voted down by the opposition, the ruling party made an interesting point about why this bill hasn't been passed in 3 decades. They argued that reservation can only be done alongside increasing the size of parliament. And that's because there's a cold hard truth about this process. Men in power are unlikely to vote for a law that's going to make some of them give up their seat at the table. But what do you think of all this?